Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Lost Ideas of Odin. Well, we got our butts kicked in the last one, which we knew was going to be the case. The Castilians have, they have taken a good chunk of the Caribbean, which is a little bit irritating, but it is what it is. Now, I do think, what is this? No, we don't have any cause or claims, unfortunately. We didn't quite get that far, which is most disappointing. That said, though, we did, Oh, actually, neither one of us has Jamaica. We could go ahead and try and snipe that back again. We do currently have Havana as one of our own, which is rather nice. We've got a little bit of trade power coming to us through that. The question is, do we really want to go here and have them being able to declare war on us again? Probably not. So we're going to leave things here for now. We might maybe expand a little bit later, but for now we're just going to let them be and do as they do. We're going to try avoiding fighting them. So in the meantime, we do have a colonist back, so we're going to go ahead and start working through some of this closer land. I'm thinking what we can start with is, whereabouts is some decent development. I'm pretty sure, yeah, here we go. That's not bad. I know I had somewhere in mind. Yeah, here we go. 3 and 2. That'll give us some more of the coast. That'll give us some extra trade power. And hopefully that will continue to give us some money. So we're going to go ahead and start doing that. Also on, in between videos, I had a bit of a think as to our situation. We are a few years ahead of time on technology, a good 7 years, but we also don't have colonialism. I think we're going to have to try and snipe it some way or how. So we're not going to need a lot of admin power for a bit. It's going to take us a good 7 years to get there, but that's with a lot of excesses. I think that gives us enough left over to be a little smart with things. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to boost up our stability. It's still just under base cost, which is very nice. But that should give us some extra global trade power, some extra taxes, better missionary strength, corruption reduction, and institution spread. And then after that, with the 92 we have remaining, we're going to spend down our inflation. We're going to work very hard to reduce that. That'll at least put a little bit of extra money in our account and prevent us from getting too many terrible events. I'm pretty sure 4 is roughly the threshold that stops some bad events. So yeah, we'll go ahead and deal with that. Alright, what have we got? Lose manpower or lose discipline for the next 10 years. I'm not really willing to lose discipline. Manpower we can reclaim, and we're not currently at war. We're over half strength, so that's not the be-all and end-all. Oh, and that's right, we have some diplomats which we should move around. So at the moment, we can't exactly declare war or claim anything here, so I think that's a bit of a wasted potential. We do have, let's see, where are our subjects? We have, that's right, one over here which we could annex, and then were you one of ours? Our reputation's not high enough. We don't have, hang on a second, I could have sworn. Oh, maybe it was Statacona instead. Yeah, I was looking at them. We could go ahead and annex them. Unfortunately, they are no longer touching adjacent to our position, so I guess we can't annex them. That was another thing that I had in mind, although for the moment, yeah, as ideal as that would be, I think we maybe annex these fellows instead. We're at good relations with them. They've got a lot of power. It is in a more or less a state we already own, so it's probably worth doing. So yes, let's go ahead and chat with them. We'll go ahead and we will start annexing them. That should do nicely. 34 diplo power is not too bad. Yeah, but that'll give us a bit better economic situation. And also too, with some of our administrative power, I'm thinking we maybe try to state up a little bit more land so we can get maximum value there. But either way, it does look like we have finished up with some other spy networks, so we'll go ahead and fabricate some claims there. We'll recall our other fellows, and we will start spying on some of these more newly released locations. So Yeah, we released Mohawk from Iroquois in the last one. Same with Oneida as well. We'll start working on... I guess building a claim is probably what we want. We need to expand, so that is what we're going to do. Let's see. Offer an alliance. Do we reckon that accept vassalization? No, we have cause of theirs. So I guess it's going to be the aggressive way here. So we'll go ahead and start spying on them. And, well, you know what? I'm thinking maybe we go ahead and attack these guys. That's a solid amount of development. I think we annex them so we can take all of this. Lots of tax and production there. It's also on a center of trade, which will be very good for us. I believe 20 is required for a level 3, so we're already most of the way there. I think that will be the way we play this. Yeah, so either way, we're going to go ahead and yeah, let our army return, because again, we only just finished the war. We've got some troops going up here to deal with these natives. I'm fairly sure that it will stick around for a bit. Let's just see. Have we got 360 settlers right now? We'll give it a month because I'm not actually sure if the natives just hang around or whether they continually break the place until it disappears. 366. Okay. So it doesn't seem like it's actually causing us too much of a hassle. I guess there's too few of them. Alright. Well... either way, we'll deal with that. We've got you over here. We are slowly expanding in around our capital. We do have a decent chunk of money coming in at the moment. Yeah, it's just going to take us a little bit to recover from that last war because that was not ideal. Alright, but either way, the next next 20 years, military tech cost reduction, that is phenomenal. At the moment, we are not producing very much at all. We are technically not ahead of time, but certainly feeling like we're lagging behind. Definitely do need to pick that up. I know Castile already has that tech level, which is not good when we're fighting them. They have far too many men, and we definitely cannot afford the tech difference. So that'll just have to be as it is. Looks like we're converting to fur for a few. We've got some people... oh, growth of the port of Massachusetts. Sweet. Okay, center of trade is increased by 1. Well, that is fantastic news. Yeah, we don't have the money to be able to buff it up, but I suppose it will do. We'll absolutely take that. That is going to give us a lot of extra power. And, oh, unfortunately, not quite in our home node, but still beneficial nonetheless. Alright, oh, and I almost forgot, after that last war, we should probably take our lightships and tell them to go and protect trade once again. Chesapeake Bay is where the money is at right now, so let us go ahead and do that. We'll tell them to go to port during war, and we'll sort that out at a later date. Alright, so, what else can we do? Well, not too much. These guys are continually shuffling around and becoming stronger. If possible, we are trying to get them to accept vassalization, which would be rather nice. Reputation with them isn't too bad. We are improving passively, though it's probably not a bad thing to increase. We do have a few favors with them. We are actively trying to curry favors, so that won't be too bad either. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and start improving relations there. Make sure that the favor generation is as speedy as possible. But either way, we have now gone ahead and annexed our little vassals, so we are 1 fewer than before. 1 less than before. Alright, so that is excellent. We can go ahead and add that into a state. Do we wish to do so? I guess it's a little bit cheaper because it is something we've annexed. Well, that is an interesting question. Do we want to do that? I think maybe we wait for the moment. Yeah, that is a trade port, so we are going to want that one instead. You know, I think we just will leave it for the moment. We do have some extra troops thanks to that event. We'll go ahead and, as we buff up our morale to a point where we can move, we will head over and prepare to fight these 6,000 men. Alright, so what have we got? Foreign quarter of Massachusetts. Let's see. Should we encourage the foreign community to grow, get some more development cost reduction as well as local goods produced? Or do we upset them and gain more trade power? Oh, you know what? I think trade power could be beneficial. However, who would we be upsetting? Oshaga. That is... Here we are. Let's just quickly check in on them. They're highly unlikely to want to join us. Not going to be able to fight them. The opinion is okay. I don't think it matters. Let's go ahead and pick up the extra trade power. Right now, anything that boosts up our monetary situation is going to be highly crucial. So I think we'll work on that. Let's see, what else have we got? We've got a lot of corruption. That's still ticking on down. We're not paying anything there, but that will be okay. Vassals are contributing a small amount. Trade is looking pretty decent already. Yeah, that's actually looking quite good. Alright, well that's nice. But either way, we'll, yeah, oh, hardy seamen. It looks like we've got Navy tradition. That's not going to help us at this point. But well, we're just going to go ahead and let some time swing on by. So, yeah, I think the plan for us at the... Oh, of course they would. Yep, looks like they've left that with 7 development. That is quite irritating. I guess they knew that we were thinking of going to war. Oh well, it is what it is. They might have been able to move anyway, but I guess then that leaves us with... Where are our colonists? We have one up over here, one over there, and one over here. Alright, so... I guess since you're already fairly close, let's just move you onto there. Not exactly many natives, which is good to see. We are expanding at a decent pace. 80 per year with a 40% new settler bonus. Yeah, I think we're actually in an alright position with the circumstances that we're in. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So, what else have we got? Oh, native uprisings. Always annoying, but again, we can easily handle them, it seems. Even if barely. Mind you, I don't think they had full morale, so that is okay. We'll wait till we get to 20 favours with Statacona and we'll see about improving things there. Oh, wait a second. Hang on a second. Are we even trying to trade for favours right now? So, we do have an alliance. We have 29 favours. We gain almost half of one per month. You know what, maybe we don't even bother. Let's just, yeah, we'll give it another month or two, and then we'll just trade all of the favours that we have. Again, if we can make them want to join us, that's probably the easier way to do it. Yeah, that's just going to have to be as it is. Cultural unrest, which one is this? Alright, so taxes is 0.01. That is incredibly poor. Could try and negotiate and they will gain some autonomy. We're only just beginning to see some value come out of there. If we suppress the rebels, we'll lose manpower, which is nominal. And for the next 5 years, they'll have a lot more unrest. Well, until we convert this, that's not going to change. I don't think that that will be something that we can get done quickly. Yeah, 101 months. Ouch. Yeah, there's no way we can make that work for now. I think we'll just go ahead and negotiate. We'll miss out on the 1% of a ducat. Yeah, that's it's really just not that valuable for us to be that concerned over and to fight over. It's yeah, definitely not going to be the thing that is of a huge interest to us. Alright, as for everything else, let's see. Is there anything we can do? Well, we are making a little bit of money. 2 ducats per month. We can't afford a morale of navies, nor the improved relations, nor trade efficiency. They're all going to be expensive, but I do not have the cash to throw around and fire them from our potential court. So I think, yeah, we're just going to have to hold on to our money for the moment. and see if we can pay off some of our debts, maybe expand a little bit, do some more things. And what were we doing over here? Oh, that's right. We're still working on our current agenda. 65% trade power by the year 1519. Okay, so we have 20 years. That is viable. How are we doing? 47%. Okay, so hang on a second. You know what? Maybe we check in on our navy. Let's give you a different mission for a second. Let's go ahead and protect trade in Chesapeake Bay. Oh, wait a second. No. The Gulf of St. Lawrence. That's what we want. Hang on a second. What am I thinking? Yeah, let's go ahead and protect trade in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. If that gives us enough power, that might end up giving us the agenda nice and early. That would be ideal. We'll give it another month just to double check. We're at 48%. 49. Alright, well, I suppose that means that we're going to... Oh, wait, Norway? Huh. Norway, what are you guys doing over here? I guess we might end up, seeing some Norwegian settlers. Alright, noted. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so, I guess what we need to do is continue to expand through here. I'm thinking... maybe heading down here would be ideal, but again, unfortunately, Statacona have shuffled across, so we cannot annex them and then take an aggressive approach. I suppose we could try and colonize here just so we could lay claims and expand further. That would give us a greater control of the trade node. Yeah, I think it's either that or just expanding our land, and I think that this is a good way to accomplish both. So, yeah, when our next colonist finishes up doing whatever they're doing, we will... oh, wait, never mind. I was about to say we'll speed them over there, but it looks like they have moved to us. Alright, phenomenal. Let's go ahead and start spying on them. We will happily take a claim if possible, and go to war with them. Yeah, if they've got a couple of allies, which it does appear that they do, we might be able to shake them down for some money. Some extra money would be rather nice. We can then, yeah, use them to pay off some of our loans. We can expand into the land that we want to be in, and we don't have to wait all that long for everything. Alright, so either way, we're going to go ahead and continue on fabricating all the claims we can. And, well, what else do we want to do? Oh wait, Mohawk, hang on a second. We've only got one province we can take. We'd almost need to colonize over here. Yeah, so we could gain access to more. You know what? I feel like these guys are going to be relatively small. They are Norse, so all the land is Norse, or at least hopefully it will be soon. That'll make our life a little bit easier when we annex them. Maybe we annex 2/3, leave them behind. That's not a bad plan. Yeah, I think that's not a bad plan. Alright, so maybe that's what we'll go ahead and do. Unfortunately, we will have a... what do we call it? A truce with them for some time. Can we attack anybody for now? They're guaranteed by us. Oh, we'll have a truce. That's not going to change. Alright, so... do we maybe revoke the guarantee for now? Yeah, we'll get a truce with them as well, so you cannot just attack them. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we do there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be less than 14 years anyway, if it does change at all. No, it doesn't, but at least we don't have to worry about their existence. If someone else goes to eat them, we can then take that back from them. That I am okay with. Let's also go ahead and check out our diplomacy tab for a second. I'm hoping that maybe somebody might be interested in vassalization. What are we looking at? Pequot, they're only 20 reasons different. That's not too bad, all things considered. We've got good military power, good attitudes, good trust. Diplomatic reputation's not bad. But again, we'd still need to ally them first. Royal marriage? Oh, I didn't even realize that that was something that was possible. Huh. Hang on a second. They would be happy to ally. We're 30 reasons off there, so... They're totemist. That's a little bit weird. Yeah, we're not going to be able to force them to change their religion or anything, so... or at least not until we go to war, so I think we'll just let that be. We'll continue on spying on these guys. As soon as we get that claim, we will... Oh dear, I accidentally cancelled our spy network before. Whoopsie daisies, I meant to get rid of the ones against Mohawk. Alright, well, I'm glad I saw that sooner than later. Anatomical theatre, what have we got? Lose innovativeness, gain some unrest, or gain some innovativeness and lose prestige? You know what, I feel like we're fairly good as far as our unrest is concerned, especially in St. John's Valley. I think that we can afford this. Yeah, let's pick up the innovativeness. A little bit of prestige is easy to come by. We'll pick that up. And then it looks like we are... Oh, encourage the Encomendia system. Alright, so natives lose aggressiveness and we gain extra local goods produced. Alright, that is not bad at all. Yeah, extra production. That is always a nice thing to have. Yeah, that is rather good. Alright, so we'll leave those be for a little bit. We'll let things tick on by. If for some reason the tribe moves back to the center of trade, we will happily shuffle across and attack them. Otherwise, I believe we have a strong enough army that we should be able to destroy them fairly comfortably. Yeah, we will lose our ally with Inu, though. Unless we can call them into another war. I don't know if they're going to shuffle back here or where they'll go, but I don't know. I'd try and avoid that if possible. Although we could always just force vassalize them. That is also a very solid suggestion. You know what? I think maybe that is the course of action that we will take. We'll lose an ally, but we might gain a subject in its stead. And I think that that is acceptable. Alright, so apparently we have an unassigned merchant. We now have 3. Oh. Alright, so we have you here and you there. How do we gain the extra merchant? The year 1500? Hang on a second. Is this to... Institution, not colonialism. That's not going to give us anything. We've almost fully embraced that. Oh well, you know what? It's okay. We'll go ahead and we'll pick up a new colonial venture. That'll be fine. That does give us more paths to expand. That also does give us our CCR reduction, which will be good if we go to war. And it's not like we're spending that on tech anytime soon. So that'll be fine. Let's go ahead and... okay, we need... Wait a second. Oh, that's right. I know what happened. We had an event where we had an absent merchant. It turns out that that must have ticked out, and so now we can come back and start to do work again. Yes, because he was in Ohio earlier. We'll get him to transfer trade power to us. That is definitely going to help us make a bit more money. Alright, that is just what we want. So, 6.25 ducats now. That is quite good. We can afford an extra colonist since we have that available to us as well. And, well, I think... Oshaga might move back there. Maybe we expand up here? Yeah, because if we take 2, we'll still have to start claiming on all these others. Yeah, I think for now... Oh, Miami's all the way up here? Okay. Well, either way, we'll let that go for now. Yeah, I think expanding in this direction is probably not a bad plan. That would... Let's see, where is the state? So that state is already a part of ours. Yeah, I guess it's not bad if you move back. Yeah, we could also go ahead and take this as well for 5. Actually, that would probably force them to move back, and that would be an all-right way of expanding. Yeah, alright, you know what? We're going to go ahead and we'll send you there. We'll start... We're spending a lot of money, which I do want to save up so we can pay off our debts. But at the same time, too, I think adding... Colonial Caribbean is the sole domain of Castile. Oh. Alright, well, we're not going to fight that for now. I'm sure the Pope is happy with them, but unfortunately I'm not so happy with the Pope. Not that we necessarily know of him right now, but we know that that is what that treaty is from. So that's just going to have to be a thorn in our side for the next little bit. But either way, we are setting ourselves up to expand nicely, and if we do continue on doing so, we might... Yeah, we're slowly being able to improve our loan size. Currently, we do need a good 96 ducats. They do expire in 3 years, so yeah, I don't know. It's just a difficult concept between trying to expand and trying to stay on top of our finances, because again, each time they renew, we do gain more inflation, which is not very good. You know, let's just drop our maintenance just a fraction there. Actually, you know what? We've got good amounts of admin power. Let's drop the inflation, and that should prevent us paying extra on the colonial there. Army maintenance. Yeah. Either that or do we pick up extra stability? That is the question. You know what? I think for 75... I think that that is probably the best thing for us. Yeah. Turning a little bit more of a profit. That'll also make buildings cheaper if ever we so choose to follow that path. And then, I don't know, what about stability? 150? Oh, actually, you know what? We might do that when we've finished coring things up. Just that way we're not spending more than necessary. So, what is it? An extra 5% we would save? Yeah, and that way we can at least have some solid stability for a little bit and the bonuses that come with. Alright, expulsion of merchants. Iroquois won't like us, but will gain trade power. That seems perfectly acceptable. I do not care about their opinion one little bit. Spy networks. Still building that up. What do we need? 20. Favors. Oh, that's right. We were going to go ahead and boost up our trust, and especially if we're about to be going to war with them, some trust would not be a bad plan. Although we could also get them to reduce opinion. Hang on a second. If we attack these guys... Let's just see. They won't join because it's a defensive war. Yeah, there's not much we can do about that. That's just going to be... Yeah, they're in an... Yeah, they're in a federation, right, of course. Well then, if that is the case, let's go ahead and we will try and at least take as much trust as we can possibly gain from them. We'll spend everything we've got, so at least it should make us, you know, we'll lose some trust when we go to war with them, but it won't be as bad as it could be. And we won't lose whatever favors we have earned with them. Another important thing for us. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and we'll do the same thing since we've got favors to spare. We'll get that sorted. Does that improve much in the scheme of things? Let us have a quick gander and see. So they are... Oh, they are a vassal. Yeah, we can annex them. Oh, well, you know what? It's fine. Our trust is good enough. Alright, so what have we got in... Somewhere over there, they have colonialism. Okay, so it is the Spaniards. No surprises there. That is going to be quite irritating for us. They're going to have a nice little bonus. Alright, so... What have we got? They've got the Castilian West Indies. They are still expanding. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to go to war with them just yet. Yeah, they're still settling. Not going to be able to take Bermuda or anything like that anytime soon. We're going to need a navy, but unfortunately, before we can build up a navy, we're going to have to get out of debt. Yeah, I do not see this working out too well for us. And unfortunately... unfortunately for us, I do not believe we get colonialism at all. No. So, currently spread by friendly province with it. Well, that's just joyous, being out in the middle of absolute nowhere. Alright, so you know what? Maybe we need to try and become somewhat friendly of the Castilian West Indies. Will they have that? They will be getting it at an alright pace. Yeah, alright. Well, I guess we're going to have to... we're going to at least make it somewhat possible for us to be able to... pick up what we are after. Yeah, definitely not what I would have preferred, but it is what it is. Oh, apparently our army lost that fight there. That is not good. You know what? Send in the big guns. That should be sufficient. And I believe now we can go ahead and pick up our stability as well. 142 saving us, yeah, from no overextension. I think that's the way we go. So, let's have a look at our benefits. Extra global trade power, less unrest, better taxes, better missionary strength, less corruption, and better institution spread. So, all in all, things that we definitely need. That province is still going to take us a long time to convert. That's a good 5.5 years. I'm not really looking at doing that anytime soon, because again, that's a silly amount of money for us to spend for the moment. So we're going to leave that be, and we're going to call the episode there. Hopefully we'll pick up enough spy network in the next one where we can quickly you know, start expanding yet again and getting back some money, which would be very, very nice. So if you don't want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.